If you look at Isaiah chapter 60, verse 2, he said, even kings, that is how it is. Even what? He said, for the darkness shall cover the earth and broad darkness, but the Lord shall shine upon you and his glory upon thee. Verse number 3, he said,
the Gentiles shall come to
and kings to the brightness
of the rising.
Of your rising. Somebody said, Shepherd, why are you saying it? We should pray. I said, do you know the level of injury the prayer of illiterates has caused in Nigeria? Do you know the level of frustration? Excuse me, I said, do you know the what? Do you know the level of frustration? Do you know how much that believers have so much discouraged other people from coming to the kingdom? From the way they are positioning God to people. Somebody is not attractive and you're trying to introduce God to somebody who is better than you. How can he follow you? Follow is an attraction. I said follow is an attraction. It's not a religious something. There must be a capacity. There must be an attraction before I'm following you. You cannot follow somebody that's not worthy to be followed. Are you hearing what I'm saying? I say you cannot follow somebody. You can't use your life to follow somebody that's not worthy to be followed. It's not possible. Somebody who wants you to follow him should have an attraction. So the Bible says in 3 there that even Ndeze, the kings, should come to where? It didn't say when you fast and pray. No. He said they will come to brightness. He said, and kings to the brightness. The kings should come to brightness of rising. In chapter 2 of Matthew, a man that had frankincense and gold and myrrh and went to a manger to give gift saw light. They didn't saw fasting and praying, they saw light. He said, we saw a star that represents Jewish royalty. I said, we saw that represent. He said, and we must worship that star. He said, we saw a star that represents what? We saw a star that represents Jewish royalty. And the police, your seat is here, sir. They're going, one elder. I said, we saw a star that represents what? Jewish royalty. And we are going to follow what? We are going to follow that star. And they followed that star. And saw the star in a manger. And they worshiped that star and gave gift. Now, having gold and myrrh and frankincense is a sign that they were not poor. Prayer cannot do it. Let me ask you to listen. If you say praise God, I will give you a gift. If a man's eyes is open, you can't use prayer to close it. So even when you're praying, you'll be looking at your mouth. Even when you are praying, he'll be looking at your shoe. Even when you're praying, he'll be looking at to see whether you have eaten. He will even be listening to the grammar that you are speaking to God. I have asked some people who are praying and they're saying they're talking nonsense in grammar. I will just get away from them, and I know that God cannot hear that grammar. That English was not good too. It's not too good for God to hear it. He's speaking English with something I can't explain. Now, you can't tell God that. God, is he your mate? You're speaking Jaguar English to God. He will never hear it. We behold him and enlighten us, and then shame ended. There is no other way to end shame outside enlightenment. said he lightened us. Everything that have ever progressed the earth came from light. Do you write on your paper? I said whatever that have progressed the earth came from light. And it's bringing me to number 3, what I said. Now I told you something yesterday on transforming your world through meditation. Let me ask you to listen. Let me ask you to listen. The Lord told me yesterday that a lot of pastors, a lot of preachers, a lot of evangelists, a lot of people are into occultism. Are into what? They are into occultism, particularly the class that operate gifts. The what? What I call? Would you know that I mean the class? The class that operates gift. Most of the occultic people are the class that operate gift. Now I would like you to listen. Let me tell you what God told me yesterday. There is a number of years you will stay without reading and knowing. You will start serving the devil without knowing. There is a number of years somebody will remain as a prophet. His heart will get dark without him knowing. Now, when that happened, he will start saying things God didn't say. Some of the issue of bring this one, do it like this. Some of them that look like concussion. There are the things that people see in vision from destroyed souls. Don't forget that a soul can see anything, even from destruction. So it's not everything you dream you say it's from God. Some of this concussion you hear, somebody said